we're back and we're moving into our second conversation for today as we get all the details about Japan Day 2019. We have with us on set Asako Solis, who is on the executive of the Japanese Association of Belize, and Leon Guild of the Red Dragon Martial Arts Academy. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so let's just start talking about, there's a new association, I believe, Asako. You have the Japanese Association of Belize?
Yes, we have been a while,
Yeah.
which is 11th Japan Day this year.
Yeah. Yeah, you've had Japan Day for a while, but the association, who's involved with the association?
Association, since I came like 15 years now, and then it's already like a community or grown up.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
yes.
Do we have a lot of people from Japan living in Belize?
Not much, about 15 families. Besides the JICA volunteer, Japan Overseas Corporation volunteer, will be becoming 20 years celebrating next year.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And what's in store for this year's Japan Day?
Yes, we have 3 Japanese restaurants, Taka-san, and Taka Kitchen, also Joto from the San Pedro. They are representing ramen booth this year, also Mama Chen. We have origami booth as usual.
Yeah.
And we have little like a craft like this. This is for you.
Nice, go ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have yukata experience, like JICA volunteer, like this Japanese traditional clothes. They can put on it and take a picture. Anime booth and comic experience. There's many Belizean preparing some comics and anime for this day. Yes, we have also some comedy show. This is something new. We have a JICA volunteer who live in the Orange Walk called Goku, or sometimes he become a Super Mario to some like a some show, and then he will wear this. Actually, 2 men go inside of these clothes, and then 1 man put on the face here, 1 man go inside, and then something hand is different act. So
that's going to be entertaining.
Yes, that's entertaining. We can see that it's at 12 o'clock. And then we have a Parotti Music Orchestra. We collaborated together and performing some Japanese music. I play piano, and they call like a Japanese salsa. So we practiced couple, and then it became very nicely.
Yeah. And Louis, tell us about your involvement. Leon, sorry. Yeah.
Well, every year, martial arts predominantly comes from Japan. So normally I showcase some of my skills. My students. This time is going to be my students. And it's big for us because, the JICA organization has been very involved with martial arts in Belize. We just had Sensei Tero for 2 years doing judo in Belize, and he went back this year. We're getting another one. His replacement is coming next month, either next month or in March, to help us with judo, because we don't have any judo black belts in Belize to continue promoting the sport and doing ranking. So that's important. So they're here to help us grow, to establish a ranking system, and just make it possible for us to continue growing the sport on our own once they leave. We're not dependent on international support anymore. Right? At least administrationally. And also, next year karate is going to be in the Olympics for the first time. It's not an Olympic sport, but it's still a big deal for us because since Japan is the hosting country, they're hosting under these circumstances. Like they say, we're going to host if we can showcase karate. So it's a rave around the world right now. Every karate practitioner around the world is hoping to get a spot, just to go and to be there.
So if it's not competitive, then how would you be selected?
Yes, it is competitive. As a sport, it's not recognized by the Olympics as yet. Officially, it's not an official Olympic sport. It's just recognized. So yeah, so that's a big deal for us. And I don't have permission to speak on the authority of the Federation, but I heard that we may also be getting a Japanese volunteer to help with karate in Belize as well.
Oh, that would be great.
Right, so
That
one
would
for
be
judo,
great.
one for karate.
Yeah. You know, Japan Day is such an awesome opportunity for people to understand and appreciate the culture. There are quite a few things that we already enjoy, karate being one, sushi we all love, origami, and definitely a growing population and fascination with anime. Yeah? Are you ever surprised by how much there is an uptake of these things from Japanese culture in Belize?
Yes, I was so surprised. This event started at the Stella Maris School as a very small scale. Now it's last year, the 1,000 people that show up and with some anime. We got a contest, and so we had. And this time, the first time we could get a king's room, the princess. That is more like much bigger than that queen room like it used to be.
Nice.
Yes, and it's full.
And what do you think, or what do you find is the most popular thing that people come out to see? Is it the anime?
Yeah. This is like a collaborative event, Embassy and JICA, Japanese community, and Animeniacs.
Okay.
These are like a Belizean, but it's organized like a 600 of people member like online, and then this is like an offline event that they can show.
600?
Yes, it's maybe more.
Okay.
So yes, these people even like come from Mexico. They see the news that we have a Japanese event, so from Mexico or Chetumal that they are coming for this event. Yeah.
And it's for the event, but there's also cosplay involved.
Yes, exactly.
Can you please explain, because not everybody knows, and what is cosplay?
Okay, I think it's a Japanese more pop culture. Like recently, people watch anime and then costume, just like their favorite character.
Yeah.
So sometimes the hair have to be dyed and some clothes have to be sewn, but it's like getting a really art because they have to make a scratch to,
Even I'm dressing up this year.
Really? As a sensei?
No. I have a favorite character too. I'm a fan of anime as well.
Yeah.
It's hard not to be a fan of anime when you train martial arts.
Why? But, I mean, can you explain to us? Because we've had some of the Animaniacs on the show before. I mean, I have to confess, I've never watched anime, but I know there's a big appeal. What about it is so engaging?
Well, like I said, I'm a martial arts fanatic, so I like those ones. But I have seen some anime that have no action in it, but the story is very good.
Yeah.
You know, it's just I think it's for the most part we see American TV.
Yeah.
So it's like a peek for us into, there are other cultures out there who are doing big things that we may not know about, but we may find interesting. And I think just when you're watching anime, just the vast array of characters, some character is going to connect with you, or you're going to connect with some character. And and then once that happens, once you get hooked on one, then there are different things that start coming. But just some of these stories are very good, just really good, just unbelievable. Even Netflix is getting in on it now. Netflix is featuring anime as well, so it's really taking the world by storm.
And the dressing up, it's very common with the anime fans, right?
Yeah, I think it's an expression.
Yeah.
For me, it's an expression. I have a character. I don't want to give it away who it is.
I was going to ask you.
I'm not going to say who it is.
Are we going to be able to recognize you?
I hope not. Right? So it's I like my character because it's an African descent person in a high position in the Japanese community, and he's well recognized. So it's a Rastaman actually.
Well, you probably just gave it away.
Maybe I said, but there are thousands of anime out there, so we don't know. Some of my students know because I told them, and they're hoping to see, but it's going to be a little bit extreme for me.
Yeah. Now, what are some of the other elements? Because I think seeing costume competitions will naturally attract people. Getting to put on the kimono is also a great opportunity. Going for food, definitely. But you also have the embassy on display. You have some of the traditional arts like the calligraphy. You know, what are some of the things that you try to make sure whoever goes there that they walk away knowing about Japan or Japanese culture?
Okay. So main thing is some culture, like this art and craft with like a free cost experience. Also some yo-yo. We have some Japanese toy.
Okay.
Yes, and Japanese snacks. So every things they can see is actually we can see in Japan at the festival. We have a mini booth, everybody get together and then like feel the spirits, how Japanese serve. Yes, we have a fortune telling paper too.
Also, from martial arts school, we're very diverse, and so we're also trying to promote this. This is a herb, actually. It's a healing remedy.
Haritaki.
Right, and something people do not know about me is that I've always been into natural remedies and healing, what physiologically and psychologically. So this remedy has been taking Asia by storm. Actually, it comes from a system called Ayurveda, which is actually the oldest organized system of medicine on the planet from 3,500 BCE. So moringa is good. I was researching moringa when I stumbled on this, but this is actually called the king of herbs. And so it falls under the concept of one remedy for all diseases. And we've been experimenting with it here in Belize since last year in July, and just tremendous effects. So we're trying to create more awareness about it here in Belize, and just get people to. We have some there. We have some on display as well.
Okay.
For people who would like to purchase it there.
Yeah.
But
it's a seed. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
It's a fruit. It's a fruit. You dry it and then you make it into a powder. There's no processing.
Okay.
And there's no there's nothing added, so it's completely natural.
Okay. Okay.
I would like to also make awareness of sargassum fertilizer. This our new federation, Expressive Art Center. We collected the sargassum from the sea and then dry it and then completely harden and grind it and change it to the fertilizer. So we will also exhibit this one to the public first time.
Oh wow! Yes. Yeah, that's a great initiative.
Thank you so much, but it takes a lot of time. It's a lot of challenge, but we are just getting the first bunch of sacks that's getting ready. Yes, yeah.
And I see one thing on the list of activities, J-pop. What's that? Because it does feature, or KTV, the remix participant, Stephanie Darker.
Yes.
So we want to understand that.
Yeah, like usually we are just one category of just a stage performance. But this year, we have a section of the traditional Japanese song.
Yes.
And then like J-pop is a more like a recent culture. So I think Michael will sing that's a recent Japanese singers one. Then we go to the ensemble. We have a comedy show after that, and then ensemble. This is really first time with really orchestra get together and then play Japanese music. Yeah. So we have by time we have.
So you get the full Japanese experience.
Yes.
You get to see the food, music, and anime, all sorts of different things. You get to see a taste if you do come out.
Yes, and you can buy and then take it to some souvenir home.
Wow.
Nice. All right. So what's the details of the event? When does it take place?
Okay, this is Saturday, 12 October 2019. This Saturday, start at 10 o'clock. And then close 3 o'clock at Ramada King's Room Princess.
Okay, is there a cost to going in?
No, this is a totally free admission sponsored by Embassy of Japan and then collaborative with JICA, Japanese community, and Animeniacs.
All right. Well, thank you for coming in and giving us the details.
I'm about to say, should we say what? Arigato gozaimasu.
Arigato gozaimasu. Yes, thank you very much.
And we will see you on Saturday at Japan Day at the Princess Hotel in the King's Room starting at 10 a.m. And there are going to be lots of food displays, lots of
please come
cultural
out early
displays.
because of the people's. We usually food sell out really early time,
Yeah.
so please come to early. And then like afternoon, that's where we have a cosplay and anime contest.
Now, Lynn, we're looking forward to seeing that costume as well. All right, we're going to go ahead and take that final break now. When we come back, we'll have our wrap up, so stay tuned.